Hey fam, welcome back. How you guys doing? I wanted to take some time. I know that we've been getting a lot of questions ever since we started, really. We get a lot of questions about what equipment we use while we do investigations. Now, I know there's a lot of people that ask what apps we use, and I'll get into that in another video. This time, what I'm doing, I want the actual stuff that everybody uses for ghost hunting, for professional ghost hunting. So, one of the very first things that I think is the most essential when hunting or whatever we do, we hunt ghosts, obviously. But one of the most important things is the camera. Why I say that is because anybody can make up a story. So if you can't prove it with documentation, it's not really worth anything. So your camera and your recording equipment is essential. That's your number one. Because whether you're using, and I'll go over some of this stuff, but whether you're using a K2 or whether you're using a Spirit Box or even the app or whatever, without the evidence to back it up, doesn't matter what you've seen. I mean, that's if you want to show other people that you're collecting evidence that the paranormal does really exist. So, again, very essential, your recording equipment, your cameras. What we use primarily for our main shoot is the Sony Handycam 4K. It's a great camera for under $1,000. It has a built-in stabilizer, so you get a nice smooth video. And the one thing I do like about this camera is that it has a bunch of features like Wi-Fi, and you can upload videos right to your phone, right where you're at, if you want to do quick editing and that kind of stuff. But it has night vision, and it also has an infrared beam of light right here, I believe. So it shoots great quality, both in the dark, as long as you're using. Me personally, I say more lighting is better than not. So I always use a flood, and I'll get into that one in a second. But a camera like this is perfect for what we do. I'm not so sure that it's perfect for television, but you know what? It's got to do, because that's that's all we got, right? So that's that. Now, if you're just starting out, I don't expect you. I mean, unless you got the money to spend. But if you don't have the budget for $1,000 camera or anything like that, the other thing you can do, if you go down below, the links will take you to the ghoststop.com, where that's basically where I get all of this equipment, or the equipment that we use. These little cameras that they have, one of the big things that we do is night vision, and these little cameras are great for the night vision. They record great quality. I mean, it's not 4K by no means, but it works pretty good. I mean, this is how we started. This is how we started our YouTube channel, is with the cameras like this. So we use these, and then we also use the iPhones, because the iPhone has a great camera, but it doesn't have night vision, and that's what creates a problem. So better to use, we use the FLIR camera, which is I'll show that to you guys in a minute as well. When you can, I would say get you one of these. One of the good things about what we do is that a lot of it's filmed in the dark. So you want something that's going to any kind of flood of this fashion right here. Let me see. It's 8 watts. Okay. This'll. If you watch our videos, the last one we did in the basement, most of the ones we've done in the basement, I just hang this up in the back of the room and it lights up everything. And it does it perfectly so that we don't have a lot of light glare or flares, because we don't want to mistake a flare for a orb or anything for that matter. But a little one like this with the plug, you get you a battery backup or a battery pack, plug it right in, you're good to go. And you can also get the one for the wall where you just plug it into a wall and you're good to go. Lights everything up. Then we also have our own personal IRs. Okay. Again, all this stuff you can get at thegoststop.com. This one attaches right onto the top of the camera, which will helps out, your bam, good to go, right? So now be careful. I didn't know. It's very hard to see when these are on, So unfortunately, it was left face down, and it actually started melting the plastic, but it still works great. So takes a lick and keeps on ticking. Anybody knows that? Let me know in the comments what I'm referring to. If you like this video, if you got any information out of this video, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, make sure you look out for the Parafamily. Can't be heard by the human ear. We obviously know that. So these little voice recorders, digital voice recorders, are perfect. This is what everybody in the industry uses. I have 2 different types. I have an Olympus here and I also have a Sony. They both work great. My recommendation is you get you one of these. I kind of like the Olympus because it has direct USB, so you could plug it right into your phone. So if they have, I'm sure they have them available like that. But either way, this one actually has an SD card that goes in, and so it's simple either way. You just put it in, and then you can. I use Mac, so I use GarageBand, and I do my audio files. But this is definitely a must when you're investigating. Now, to add to that must, if you get yourself a good microphone where it's going to pick up. These are very sensitive microphones. They have them available. It'll clip on right onto your camera. Okay. The only thing is you got to make sure that you get one of these shock absorber things, so that when you're moving around, you don't hear, it doesn't tap around or anything, so you get a nice, steady, quiet sound. But this kind of stuff right here is very simple. It comes with a 3/4 inch plug, but the other end goes to a little plug that fits right into here or here. Right at the top. 3/4 inch jack as the microphone, boom. And you can also put the headphones on. So if you have like noise canceling headphones, you can also put those on. So if you have somebody dedicated to just doing sound, which is a very good idea when you're investigating, because you have to have everything kind of separated. You know what I mean? Like the camera, somebody who's doing the SLS camera, somebody's who's doing an EMF sweep with the K2 meter, that kind of stuff, you know. Okay, so we got all the recording stuff down. Okay, that's the main thing, because if you're in a haunted location and something happens, regardless of whether your instruments are going beep 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 beep, or you know, your things make a bunch of noise, once you have it recorded, once you have it on film, the film will catch stuff that our naked eyes can't catch, as well as the hearing will catch the sound. It will catch anything that our ears can't hear. So those are, I know that I'm kind of reiterating myself, but I want to express how important those main things are when you go out investigating. Okay, and even if it's just for fun, roll your camera, you know, your phone, your telephone, roll your camera. It doesn't matter. You know, you can even do voice recording with them. You know what I mean? You can do it with your phone. It's probably not as good, but if you're in the situation, you can always, I always recommend you always record, no matter what. Always record, because once you catch it, you're good. All right, so I don't want to take up too much more time, because I don't want this thing, I mean, we could drag this thing on for hours if we really wanted to, but so I wanted to get into some of the equipment that we use in an investigation. We know that the recording, audio, visual is the most important thing. But now we want items that we can use to verify if we catch something, right? So let's start with this. This is a little device. Now, this is a, let me see. There you go. Okay. It's the FLIR camera. And what it does, it connects to your phone. You guys have seen them used on our videos. This is a thermal camera. This one attaches to an iPhone, obviously, and it automatically takes the video, but in infrared. Well, not infrared, thermal vision. So it detects heat signatures and cold signatures, temperature changes. Okay, so I know you've probably seen it on Ghost Adventures or some of the other ghost shows where they have that funny looking orange and yellow video look, and think that's what that is, heat. Okay, now the reason why we use one of these, they say that cold spots are usually manifestations. So if we happen to be in an area and everything's red and yellow and that kind of stuff, so it's showing heat, and then all of a sudden we get a cold spot somewhere, we can actually show that cold spot on film, on video. Okay, so these are very good to get. Not essential for the beginning, not essential. Okay, because these are pricey. Okay, $300, 300-400. They can go up as high as, the thermal cameras can go up as high as, thousands and thousands of dollars, because they're used for other things, which they're good too. You can detect leaks in your pipes, in your walls with it. That's primarily what they were originally used for, but they also sell them for paranormal investigation. This next thing we have is called a REM pod. These are available at the Ghost Stop. All right. So what this does is so what it does is, whenever this antenna is touched, it will read off. See, it's very, very sensitive. See. So when something's touching it, now it's going to go off because I'm holding. Here, let me shut that off. That's getting annoying. There we go. Okay. You've seen us use this one on the videos as well. And they have a whole bunch of different kinds of EMF detecting hardware. So it doesn't have to be a REM pod. You can get, the puck works very well. Now, another one that is very essential, and I'm sure you guys have seen these on TV, Ghost Adventures uses Zach, and the guys use these very often. This is a SB11 Spirit Box. Now, what we do with these are the very noisy ones, and I'll show you when I turn it on. So I recommend that if you do have the budget for it, get you can get speakers for these, okay? Like the JBL, the little round speakers you can use, but it is loud. So you have to make sure when you're recording and that kind of stuff, because it will destroy any kind of audio you got. You want is something to clean out all the sound. That's why a lot of times when you see us using, we use the app, because I have a Portal app that wipes out all that hissing and the white noise, they call it. But so the way this works, it runs through all the entire radio frequencies, and the theory is that the ghost can communicate with us through the white noise. I'm not 100% sure how. It baffles me every single time, and a lot of times, I'm like that can't, that can't be. And then they come up with a logical answer to the question that you ask. It really is pretty wild. I mean, if you've seen us use these, we use this when we had Corey and them at the restaurant. So the SB11 is a very, very, very useful tool. It's the Spirit Box. So we're going to turn it on. Okay. Now, you hear that noise? Okay, and this is low. This is very low. Okay. So, but the thing I like about this one, now a lot of the ones that they use on the other shows is the SB7, which is it's a smaller, looks like a little hand radio, like back in the days, little AM FM little hand radios. It looks like that. But see, that's one channel. Okay, so what it does is it'll rotate through the frequencies, through all the channels. It just keeps going through, right? But what this one does, because it's dual channel, if you just set your sweep rates together, okay, and then you just put one on forward, and then you just hold the button, and now see, so this channel you got going that way, and this channel is going that way. They're going, both directions. Now that noise you hear is temperature. When you hear temperature shift, when you feel temperature shift. My bad. But yeah, you can just reset that. It probably just picked up a little bit of the lights or the heat from the computer, but that's okay. Now this does also have, you can hook up the speakers like I said earlier. Now we do use a couple of other things like the SLS camera. The thing with that one is that's so intricate that there's, going through that would be a video just in itself. You guys have seen it. We used it. Ghost Adventures uses one as well. It's the stick figure where it'll pick up anomalies, stick figure anomalies, that kind of stuff. But those, again, the top end, high end, those go anywhere from $2,500 to $10,000. You've seen us use it on our videos. If you haven't, check out our videos. You guys know it, right? The Parafamily on YouTube, or the Parafamily 05 on TikTok. One of the other things that you're going to need, again, not only IR, but you always want to bring flashlights for safety. You always want to, wherever you go, no matter what you do, you want to make sure that you take precautions. Number one is safety. Safety is your number one precaution. And I know that kind of sounds little, I guess it sounds a little hypocritical because, we go into places where we probably shouldn't, but, we do it so you guys don't have to. So you guys are safe. You can still experience it. And we got a lot of stuff coming up for you guys. I'm really excited to announce that we are having our TV. We are going to be filming our TV show. I am going to hope that we can get it out right around the Halloween season. So you guys stay tuned for that. I will be posting more informational videos if you like this video. And guys, before we go on, please show your support. We got new merch going on, Parafamily. You could go right to the store here on the YouTube channel. Everything's available. We got t-shirts, we got tank tops, we got leggings, we got all bunch of stuff. We got some phone cases. We also have some coffee mugs, because me and Tina love our coffee, you know what I mean? So make sure you go check out our store. If you like this video, if you got any information out of this video, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, make sure you look out for the Parafamily coming to a TV near you.